myself Santosh, and currently I'm working as manager in Microsoft, taking training for KSR for the last 5 years.
Yeah. So have you all heard this statement? Early bird and night owl. What do you mean by that? Early bird comparing with night owl. Come on, anyone?
Person who wakes up early is called early bird. Person who sleeps late in the night called night owl.
Okay. So if you compare all the successful people in this world, are they early bird people or night owl people?
Early bird.
Are you sure?
Yes.
So according to you, the person who wakes up early, focuses
Yeah,
on career will be successful. Correct?
they will be productive. So I feel like that. Yeah.
Okay. Any night owl people here who wants to prove this wrong? Anyone?
Depends actually.
Depends. Okay, let me ask you a question. Can you give me any successful people names who have been successful in their life by doing a night owl work? Anyone?
No, sir.
Sorry?
I say no, sir.
No, not even a single person.
Oh, one. I like to Elon Musk, sir.
I'm not sure, your voice is not clear.
Elon Musk, sir. Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. Okay. What about others? Come on, speak up. I'm not asking any question in Power BI. I'm asking just a general question. So you people have all woke up today, early morning. That means you're early bird, correct?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So let me tell you one thing. It's not about early bird or night owl. Okay. Of course, it's like if you go back to the 19th century and all, yes, it makes sense. Like you wake up early, your mind will be fresh, your heart will be fresh. No more like thinking anything, like just focus on what you need. The main part is like your mind will be too fresh to grasp whatever you are doing it. But again, there is always a debate that you can do with the night owl as well. Even night owl, there is no one to disturb you, right? You can spend as much as time you want. But what really matters is the amount of time you give for your career, or it could be life, or it could be whatever you do, right? It could be even a game, sports, or even it could be any technology. What really matters is how much time you give it for that thing. Okay. Are you spending 1 hour or are you spending 100 hours? That's one matters whenever you are doing whatever you like. Okay. With that, let's get started. Today, we are going to start with one of the most beautiful analytical tool, BI business intelligence tool, one of the visualization tool. And here you go. We are going to start with Power BI. Now, I keep saying this, any technology will always have some naming convention, right? So we all have names. Just like that, they've also named one of the business intelligence tool as Power BI. And as the name itself says that, it is very, very powerful. This tool was introduced in the year 2015. Ideally, if I want to talk about Power BI's age, it's almost 8 years now. So 8 years it is into the market, and there is no other technology which can beat this in terms of visualization. Now let's see some introduction about this, and let's take one step forward and we'll focus on agenda. So today's agenda will be try to work out with some case study, right? Start looking at a small example and then focus on why this is the only tool that we have chosen. There are already other tools in the market, and why is that we have choose this tool for our business intelligence. And that is the one thing which we will be seeing. And later on, every technology has to start with a installation. And that's what we are going to see as part of the installation as well, right? Now, let's talk about few case studies. Power BI is one of the greatest customer is Swiggy. Now, I know that everyone would have ordered one or the other time in Swiggy, right? Maybe it's not the right time, but still I'll say that Swiggy is one food platform where it has become very beneficial for us, where you get food to your door, right? And the way the company has come up with this, they have made a lot of changes, they have come up with a lot of updates, and they have been today successful platform. It's all because there is one person who's helping them. And who is that person is Power BI. Now, Power BI is helping Swiggy in order to deliver faster or in order to minimize the errors and try to make some advanced decisions with respect to business. Now, how this is helping? How this is helping? How Swiggy is playing a major role? I mean, how Power BI is playing a major role in Swiggy's success. The first thing is you order a food, it tells you whether what is a rating given for that food, correct? And when you order a food, it also tells us at what time it will be delivered. And you also have an attached chat where you can go and ask all the details. But at a high level, there are few questions which I need to answer. Those questions are how our Power BI reports is getting generated. And this is also a company, Swiggy, which was launched in the year 2014. There are millions of orders that is getting ordered on every single month, right? Now, initially, they have to answer a few questions. They have to have some questions answered, like what is the total number of orders that has been placed in last 1 hour? Which cities are performing better week on week? Like they have a lot of questions for making the decisions, correct? Now, if you ask me also, even I have question, okay, in the last 40 minutes or in the last 20 minutes, how many people joined? Maybe in last 10 minutes, how many people joined? So that's my way of measuring metric. Whereas Swiggy, they have their own way of measuring. They wanted to have how much of new marketing campaign was launched, and in that how many were successful and how many was failure, and how many orders got placed, how many orders got cancelled, how many orders got delivered within the stipulated time, how many orders were delayed. If there are 100 orders, if 99 orders are getting delayed, do you think the company is making good? Definitely no. Out of 100 orders, if 99 orders is having a complaint, do you think the company is doing good? Definitely no. So in order to answer this type of questions, whether the company is really doing good or not, one thing which is really important is answering questions. The client comes with the questions and you need to keep on answering, right? So before doing Power BI reports, Swiggy was actually facing some challenge, right? They were using other BI tool and their business reports were very, very complex. Because to get this calculation done, how much of orders has been placed, like how much of revenue we are getting, what is our year on year revenue. So if I want to calculate all this, it's a very complex calculations that we need to do. So even Swiggy was actually at a downfall during the initial phases. And there you comes the hero. The hero is helping us. Who is the hero? Power BI. And Power BI is helping Swiggy to get their data reports implemented and helping them in making the decisions, right? So with all this background, we can see that Swiggy is helping us. I mean, Power BI reports are helping Swiggy in order to generate the high quality reports. And this is a sample report that is being displayed on the screen, which Swiggy is using. Now, this report, which you're seeing on screen, is implemented in Power BI. Right from the beginning, you can see that there is a Swiggy icon followed by many filters where you can go and filter the reports and automatically you can calculate whatever the important metric is there, you can get it. And you know what? The good thing about this Power BI reports is it's very easy to implement. It's very easy to implement. You need not even write a single line of code. Without even writing a single line of code, you can still go and achieve this. That's the beauty of Power BI reports. To get started, how this is implemented, we are talking on Power BI. Now, Power BI is a Microsoft product which was specifically launched in 2015 for doing this type of reports. Forget about Swiggy. There are n number of other clients I can give you as a story. The company was struggling to find out the answer, and this beautiful tool is helping them in providing the reports and trying to help them to have a successful journey in their business, right? So complete information you can see from this dashboard. How is it implemented? Power BI. Did you write any coding? No. Small expressions will be there, but not as a coding. There is a difference between a small expressions and coding. This comes with a codeless technology where you can implement any report with just drag and drop. Okay, so today is the first day in our Power BI class. In next 20 days, I'll promise you that you yourself will be able to generate a report like this for any client you work with it, right? It could be Swiggy, it could be Zomato, it could be Amazon, it could be Flipkart, it could be anything else. We will be helping you to create a report in the next 20 days. And that's an open challenge from our KSR team, right? Now, let's go forward. With all of this metric, it is very easy for us to come up with some decisions, right? If you focus, okay, the sales or maybe the number of orders, how it is increasing, how it is decreasing, where are we like focusing on the customers, and which area we need to improve. See, every company will have always pros and cons. Every company will always have a positives and negatives. Positive side, it always talks about how it is improving. Negative side, always we can focus on where we are lagging. Those type of fixes can be done with the help of decision making with the help of BI reports. If you don't have a proof, how can we go and get the decisions implemented, right? And this is a proof which gives you complete in and out of information that the system has implemented, right? Now, moving on, as we are talking about every company's main objective will definitely be getting new customers, right? I'll put it in a more technical word, acquiring new customers. And whoever has already been part of the company, you have to strengthen their relationship. You have to strengthen the rapport between your customers and the company. And finally, customer satisfaction plays a major role. If you don't have customer satisfaction, then you can't even get new customers to your client, right? So with all this, let's start talking about one use case. Let's start talking about one use case. Now, there is an investment banking. You would have heard about a normal banking. What is normal banking? Normal banking is something which you go and save your money, get an interest paid, and it works in a typical saving money as well as withdrawing money. It's a normal bank, right? Bank is like a locker which is taking care of your money. Now, there is another set of banking which is called investment banking, which will help you to plan your future accordingly. Let's say, for example, let's say I'm 30 now. Okay. In 50, I need to get retired. In 50, I need to get retired. That means I can work for another 20 years. With this 20 years, how much of retirement plan I am planning for? Let's say I'm planning for somewhere around 40 lakhs. So if I want to get this 40 lakhs at my retirement, how much should I start saving today? Right? The 20 years of the work which I can do, what portion of my salary I need to keep it aside as part of my retirement. Now, that's my first case. My second case, obviously, as we go old, we also need to take care of our health. So I need to buy an health insurance, correct? I need to buy an health insurance. Now, how is that possible? Well, keeping my habits aside, like what habits I have, keeping my food style, thinking about my diet plan, I will be planning for an health insurance. Because at a stretch, if something happens, I cannot just go and spend all of my money, saved money into a hospitals. I have to have an insurance. So what type of insurance product I can have it? And it also have a even more benefits. We can save your money as a fixed deposit. So you apply a fixed deposit to a bank. and automatically every month you'll be getting an interest from it. Maybe you can utilize it, right? Now we have a different plans to save our money. I'll tell you one thing. Okay, this is something which I keep saying in all of my classes. You earn 1 crore, okay, in an year. You spend 1 crore, right? This is earn, this is spend. You're not considered as a rich. There is a wrong definition that people call it as rich. It's not about how much you are earning, right? It's not about how much you are earning. A person who is earning 1 crore and if he's spending 1 crore, this person is not called as rich. Don't come into an assumption where a person earns 1 crore is rich. Okay, I'll tell you who is rich. A person earning 10 lakhs in a year, okay, saving 3 lakhs is considered as a rich, right? A person earning 10 lakhs, saving 3 lakhs is considered as a rich. So don't think into an assumption where people who are earning 50, 60 lakhs or 70, 80 lakhs are rich. It's not about how much you're earning. It's all about how much you're saving. So in order to save the money, there is a bank which is helping us, which is called an investment banking. And this investment banking is going to help us to save your money, right? Now, ideally, you have different plans, retirement plans, pension plans, health insurance plans, term insurance, fixed deposit, everything. Now, I'll give a use case for you. If you have heard about my demo, we had heard about a different way of advertisements. But in this use case, what we are going to do is, if you have been put into this bank as a data analyst, think and tell me, what marketing strategy you will do in order to make people buy on this products. Very simple. Today, you can get your retirement plan or fixed deposit in HDFC Bank or ICICI Bank, right? Both the banks you can do it. But from the HDFC point of view, if you're working in HDFC Bank, how will you make customers to buy these products in your bank and why not in other banks? What type of marketing strategies you will try to bring out of this? Come on, tell me. I repeat my question. Imagine you have all been put into a HDFC bank as a data analyst. Now HDFC CEO is asking you to market the retirement plans, pension plans. These plans are available in all the other banks as well. But the idea which you give, the suggestions which you give, people should buy only from your bank and they should not buy from other banks. What idea you can bring to the?
So it could be some lucrative offers which a bank can offer rather than the other banks are not offering on that product.
Okay. See, the question is first what you do, and then what do you do for attracting the customers? What do you speak about them? What type of advertisements you will try to market your products? That's the question. Anyone?
Interest rates high for all the deposits or plans. Yeah.
If you increase the interest rates, obviously you will also get a loss because you have to compensate both, right? See, the questions which I'm asking here is, see, increasing in the interest price, that's fine. How do you market people is the question. What type of advertisements you will give?
Calling to customers, the age group
Very good.
people.
Very good. Calling the customers. Now, how to reach your clients? Who is your clients? Normal people who is having money in their bank, but they don't know what to do, right? Now, the first thing in order to get your customers, what we do is we call our clients. We call our clients and say, you will be getting these calls, okay? You would at least each one would have got this call from your bank. Hi, sir. I'm Vinay calling from HDFC Bank. Sir, I've observed that your bank is having a good amount of balance, like 1.5 lakhs you're maintaining on an average. So can we do some investments, sir? I'll help you and guide you to make some investments. This 1.5 lakhs, why don't you apply for fixed deposit or why don't you apply for a recurring deposit, and why don't you apply for your retirement plans? So if you do it on an average, if you're maintaining the same amount, we will be debiting from your account, and by the end of 20 years, you will be getting this much of amount. Are you interested, sir? How many of you have got this call from your bank? Ideally, everyone.
Yeah, we used to get every day like.
Yes, forget about calls about credit card or loans. That is a different product. We are talking about investment products. So if you have maintained a minimum balance of 60-70,000 in your account, definitely you would have been getting a call from your bank saying that. So why have you just simply kept the 60,000, 70,000? Why don't you invest this, right? Now, the first thing I wanted to call my clients and talk about the products. It's called sales call. And if they're more educated clients, you'll be setting up some meeting with them, right? You'll be setting up with some meeting with them. Now, meetings in the sense you arrange a virtual meeting or even a physical meeting where you call them, or as a sales people, you go to their house, discuss with them. Okay, we call them as an agent, right? Agent. So agent comes to your house, sits, talks, or even it can be a virtual meeting, Google Meet, Zoom meeting, WebEx meeting, right? Now that's the second option. The third option, straightforward, send an email. Just send about your products information over email. Now comes the real question for you. All these three is not working. People are not buying your products, even though you call them, even though you arrange a meeting, even though you send an email, people are least bothered. For example, for the last 40 minutes, the moment I open the class, if I've got 4 to 5 calls, phone calls, I will never pick, right? So during my office hours, if I get a sales call from HDFC, why will I pick, right? The second question, even if they're arranging a meeting, first of all, I'm not able to manage my office meetings. Why will I go and attend a HDFC bank meeting? Impossible. If I open my Gmail in front of you now, there could be 25,000 to 30,000 emails, which is unread. We'll go and read your mail, right? Now, at this point of time, I am asking you, what is that idea you will bring on to the table where you can reach your clients? Very simple question. The 3 ways I can reach my clients is been displayed on the screen, which is not working. What you would do? What you will do?
Advertisement, sir.
Arranging meetings on weekends.
Sorry?
Advertisement,
Arranging
sir.
meetings.
One by one, please.
Arranging
Advertisement, sir.
meetings on weekends.
Okay, you're talking about calling them on weekends.
Yeah,
After frustration of 5
like
days.
in nowadays apartments are there.
Okay.
So the company marketing people will come and organizing an meeting like session.
That's what I'm asking. First of all, working 5 days itself is difficult. The 2 days you want to take
In the
rest, sleep,
weekends.
vacations. That's what I'm saying. 5 days you work. Saturday and Sunday you are hoping for vacations, leaves, sleep. In that case, do you think you'll go and attend weekends? How many of you are really attending a weekend? Even if you're like arranging
Almost
any flats, community functions, are you willing to go and attend them?
almost everybody won't go. At least few will work. No, sir.
Okay, 10%. Okay, next. As a data analyst, what will be your next step? We got to know that the 3 marketing strategies is not working.
Advertisement and
So maybe we can do digital marketing.
What type of digital marketing?
Like every day we'll open Facebook and at least for 5 minutes, right? So there we can send in advertisements.
What is the percentage
Some
of
kind of
people
even
opening
Google
Facebook?
also. Yeah, even Google
What is the
initially first
what
it
is the
will open the
percentage of
Google
people?
page.
What is the percentage of people opening Facebook? What is the percentage of people opening Instagram? What is the percentage of people who are really using this? Compared to
Yeah,
your
maybe in
phone
Google.
calls, compared to your phone calls where I call you, you pick up immediately, that is more feasible, or you yourself going into Facebook and seeing is feasible. Phone call itself is not working. That's what I'm saying. You directly call and you ask them about your product, immediately they're disconnecting the call.
Selling posters, postal cards.
Okay. What's next? Very simple question. We are reaching the clients in 3 ways. Unfortunately, nothing is working. You call them, they're disconnecting it. You arrange a meeting, they're declining it. You're going to their home, they're not allowing you to come inside. And you're sending an emails, and it always becomes an unread email.
Send the letters to the customer. I'm
Tam,
observing in
Hmm.
front of my organization, there are some peoples we are selling the like they are just like giving the information about their like cards. They have in their hand they have some cards. They are distributing the cards to the employee of organization, and they are telling the info about this their schemes like that.
Okay. Now, let me give you some hints. Okay. Just think about analytical side. I'll give you some hints. You people are getting personal loan calls, credit card calls, right? Home loan calls. Every day you will be getting some spam calls, right? Now tell me why you are getting, why your parents are not getting. Simple question I'm asking. You are getting on a day minimum 4 to 5 calls you're getting on personal loan, credit cards, all these calls you are getting. The same question I'm asking, why your parents are not getting, why your dad is
Because
not
of
getting.
because our
Because of
phone
the
number is stored
age
I will
Age
group,
group.
target only
age,
data.
employees.
age group, because of the age groups.
Why is group? Do you think that they cannot pay loans? They
Civil
cannot
score
pay
top.
EMIs?
They will target only employees.
Why?
It's because of the data that collected based on our transactions.
So first they want to check the civil score, sir.
Only this age group of people can use credit cards.
Right. Now, if you're taking a credit card or a home loan, okay, if you're taking a credit card or a home loan, let's take home loan. Okay. So the ideal, the average lifespan of usually now when I talk about Indians, it's like almost like 70 to 75. Actually, it was below 60. But in the recent advanced medical features, for every disease, you have some or the other medications. So the average lifespan of Indians somewhere around 70. Okay, from 65 it has increased to 70 because of the advanced medical age. I mean, medical things available. Now, I am 30 now. So if I want to pay 20 years of EMI, I can easily pay till 50 years. Right? This is possible. This is possible. And that is the reason they're calling only with this age group. Anyone who is in the age group from 25 to 30 will all get this home loans, credit cards, everything. But if I ask my dad, let's say my dad is around 55 plus 20 years, it's ideally difficult for him to pay EMI till 75. He may not be working. He would have been retired, right? So we don't know what is going to happen. So in that case, there is very less chance that bank will recover EMIs from them. They don't have control. So that is the one reason they first try to understand who is the potential users who can buy your product and pay EMI, right? You cannot buy or market a cell phone, which is an iPhone, who is 20 years old. You can never market your iPhone to a 20-year-old person. Why? 20-year-old person is just entering into the college. He need a basic phone to communicate with his friends, not an iPhone, right? Now, iPhone usually will be purchased by the people who are working, who have a very good job, who is between 25 to 30, right? So one hint I'm giving you is you should know how to target, not for everyone. You see, if they are calling me, I will not pick because for me work is important. I'll be working, I'll be taking sessions. So in that time, if they will give a call, I will not pick. Already I'm attending 14 to 15 meetings in a day. If they are going and arranging a meeting for me, how will I do it? Definitely no. And one person said that organizing on weekends. First of all, working heavy for 5 days, I really want to take rest on weekends. And that weekends, do you think I'll go and spend some time with the bank people? Definitely no. So working professionals, this is not the marketing strategy I prepare for. Then what hint I'm giving you is first try to understand who will be the plan, who is a potential users who are actually planning for retirements. That is the first thing. If you ask me, I'm 30, I'm still not planning for retirements. Not required. Retirement is on 55. Why should I plan it right away? Now it's a time for us to enjoy our life. So why will I go and plan for retirement? So if you ask me, I even don't care of health now. As long as I'm fit, that's fine. But your health insurance, your retirement plans, everything comes once you turn 45 or 50 plus. Then you start thinking, if your age is 50, then you start thinking, oh, in the next 5 years, I'm going to retire. What is I'm going to get after 5 years? So let's put a fixed deposit. Let's take one health insurance. Let's take one pension plan. So the potential users who are going to buy all these products, it's not a engaged people. It will be a bit of senior citizens. With that, I figured out this analysis with the help of Power BI. With the help of Power BI, I got to know how many customers have purchased previously retirement plans, how many customers have previously purchased fixed deposits, how many people have purchased health insurance, what is the age group, how many products they have purchased, how much premium they're purchasing. All this analysis I was able to do. Now, your first role as a BI developer, analyze, analyze, collect the data, analyze. Collect the data from different people who have already purchased, analyze. From this, you start answering the questions by yourself. How many customers have purchased previously? With what type of marketing? Am I giving a call? They're disconnecting. How many calls they're disconnecting? How many meetings they're declining? All these complete end-to-end questions, if you can answer, that will drive you to come up with a better decision. And today, one of the marketing strategy which I was able to bring to a Morgan Stanley. Morgan Stanley is in investment banking, which they will help you to figure out to buy the right products for the right customers. Unfortunately, these three marketing strategies did not work for me. And one of the unique marketing strategy that we again relaunched was direct mail campaign. So what is this direct mail campaign? We understood that after a deep dive analysis, 60%, 67% of our clients were 55 plus. Now, all the clients who are buying our retirement products, pension plans, as well as the health insurance, we saw that 55 people, 67% of our customers were 55 plus. That means at the age of retirement, they are planning for investments, not in the initial stage, right? Now, another thing which also observed is out of our customers, 100% customers, 54% don't use smartphones. Example, a live example, my dad, he never uses smartphones. He never uses smartphones. Even today, the first phone which I used, 1100 Nokia, the same similar phone is using even today. He only knows that red button, green button. That button system phone is there, right? He knows only two buttons, red button, green button. What we do, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, we all do this. It's our generation, right? But most of our previous generation, if you talk about our parents, see, even we were like that, right? In our college time or a 10th standard, 12th standard, even we did not have smartphones. Nowadays, the kids have. The generation have changed. But when we were studying it, we did not have access to the phone. The first smartphone which I purchased was after I started working. That is 2014. Only for the last 10 years, I'm using a smartphone. 2014 to 2024, I'm using a smartphone. So all of the people in this group are similar to my age group. Even you would have not used smartphones. Maximum, you would have used 1100, maybe in 2013 or 2014. After that itself, phones got famous. Correct? Now, if I go and do a deep dive analysis by using a reporting tool, we got to know that 54% of the customers don't use smartphones. If they don't use smartphones, how will they read your email? How will they accept your meetings? How will they understand what you're speaking? Then what is the purpose of giving a sales call? What is the purpose of giving your meetings to them? What is the purpose of scheduling meetings. They will not even understand. Correct? That's a major analysis. I was able to figure out that people are not even using smartphones and phones. How will they able to receive your calls or receive your emails, accept your meetings? This is a major drawback. I'll tell you recent incident which made me to go for this type of campaign. Okay. Some of my relatives, for their marriage, they sent an invitation in WhatsApp. Nowadays it's happening, right? They don't even come to your home and invite you. It's old traditional that we had. Nowadays, what they are doing, they're sending your invitation in WhatsApp, right? Recently, it happened in my home. The same idea I was able to bring to the bank. That's what I did, right? They sent me an invitation. I said, my mom and dad, Mom, I'm packed with my sessions as well as the office work. So you please go and visit. They're asking where. I told them these people have sent an invitation in WhatsApp. My father told, strictly, I am not going. I asked why. I am the head of this family. I don't use smartphone. They didn't even send me. They have sent to you. What culture is this? I am not going for this marriage. At least if they've sent to my WhatsApp, it's fine. But I don't use WhatsApp. I'm using a basic phone. So that's why they've sent to you. It's completely not acceptable. I'm not going. The next, after 2 days, there is another family. They were not able to come here due to their workload, but still they sent an courier. But they still sent a courier. My dad was so happy after seeing that courier because in that courier, in that envelope, we were able to see the marriage invitation. And you will not believe, even in this generation, even at this time, in that envelope, there is a letter. There is a letter. In that letter, it is clearly mentioned that they are addressing my dad. Sorry, I was not able to come and invite you, but please take this as a personal invitation. I am looking for your presence. And along with the letter, there is an invitation. That is what my dad liked. It's not about WhatsApp. I got to know that the people who are above our generation, 55 or 60, they're looking some respect to be given in terms of invitation. The same concept I applied. If you want to send your product information to your clients, don't go and call them. Don't go and send in WhatsApp. Don't go and send an email. Why don't you send a post to them? That's an idea I was able to bring to this type of bank. Whatever retirement plan, pension plan, I was able to send an invitation. In this generation, I'm calling it as a courier. In past, it was called as a mail. I send a mail to them. I just go and post them in their post table. Like they have post box, right? Every home is having a post box. We started delivering in the post box with the help of some vendors. Post office vendors will be there. With the help of them, each and every house, we started posting them the products. Trust me, this really worked for us. This really worked for us. Because as a person, what I think is, see, some bank has respected us. Rather than calling to our phone call or sending an email, they're actually sending me post. In that, as a compliment, they had sent one diary and one pen. What else you need? What else you need? Every home you send one diary, one pen, and along with the posters information, 90% of the people will be attracted. 90% of the people, whether they like the product or not, they'll at least show interest to proceed further. And that's the marketing strategy for me. How was I able to do it? I was able to do it with the help of analysis first. First, I analyzed which group people are buying, which group people are not buying, what is their strength, like are they like picking my calls, are they accepting my emails, what is the age group, why they're not attending my meetings, why they're not opening the emails. All this I analyzed. This I was able to do with a BI tool, reporting, With the help of reporting, I was able to answer all these questions and I gave an idea. Well, again and again, I'm saying as a data analyst, your work is not only reporting. This is what a wrong assumption that everyone gives. Everywhere you see, everyone says data analysis is nothing but you are right. You pick the data and you go and do reporting. Don't stop at the reporting. With that reporting, what are the ideas, suggestions, and improvements you can bring into the business? And that is important. Everywhere you look at the any material, they will teach you only till the reporting. They will never guide you. They will never help you to come up with a solution. And that is where you need to master. Let's talk about Power BI now. By using Power BI, I'm able to do this reporting. But Power BI is such an easy tool. Even my cousin will do reporting. He's just 10 years old. Okay. He's just 10 years old. Whenever he comes to my home, I keep taking class. He will observe what you're teaching, what you're doing. It's a drag and drop you're doing in Power BI. What is this? It's very easy. Coloring and arranging icons. This I'll also do it. And he was able to do the reporting. A 10-year-old kid can do reporting. Then you doing it's not a big deal. Right? Drag and drop, anyone will do. It's like a normal paint in your Microsoft, right? In your system. You know, normal paint, right? Initially, you go, you drag a box, you put colors, right? Power BI is like that. Then what is that one differentiates between you and them is the way you think. They cannot think from a business perspective. And you are the person who has to give the right marketing strategies in order to improve the sales. Company is hiring you not for doing reporting. Company is hiring you for providing ideas, suggestions, and the main focus is to improve the revenue. If tomorrow we are hiring you, okay, imagine, I keep saying this, KSR is not an institute. KSR is a startup. So tomorrow for our own project, we are hiring you as a BI reports. We are not expecting to give you to do a report. What we expect is, what is a strategy you can bring to our table? What is the ideas you can bring onto the table? What is that one thing you can let us know to make our revenue improve? How we can attract the students? How we can get more students? How can we have more course? How can we get the quality trainers? That is the idea which I am expecting from you. If it's a reporting, I will do with a 10-year-old kid. I can do with my cousin. No salary. I need not pay any salary. If I ask, he will do. What really matters is the second part. So please give importance 70% to the reporting, 30% for the ideas and suggestions. That is where most of the companies are failing. People are only stopping at the reporting side. You start thinking, you start focus. See, whether it's working or not, it's secondary. I also gave an offer to KSR. If a person is buying one course, why don't you give another course for free? Buy one, get one. KSR said it will not work. Fine. Giving idea is not wrong. You give your ideas. Whether they're implementing or not implementing is up to them. The same way, I'm asking you to give ideas to your clients. You give them suggestions how to improve. They're doing it or not, that's secondary. But if you don't give ideas at all, then they'll start questioning. This reporting I only can do. Why are you here now? That's the problem here. Right? Now, this slide with the solution, I am telling you one straightforward fact you need to know. Data analysis, it's not only about analyzing data and doing a reporting, it's all about trying to give the best solution. So 70% reporting, 30% on giving the ideas, suggestions, and improvements to generate revenue is what is really required. Are you with me? Is everyone on the same page? Okay. End of case study solution. Now, how this BI reporting is going to helpful with these questions? Well, all these questions, I cannot go and frame it in the Excel sheet or maybe Word document. I have to convert into visuals. And that's where your visualization comes into picture. See, your work is not only this. Your majority of the work is to give an idea. So you have to spend more time on ideas. Your ideas will come only if your mind is free without thinking anything. You have to think on your business. If you have multiple things hovering in your mind, you can't even think about the business idea. So in order to spend more time on this part, you should have your minimum efforts that to be taken in this role, right? See, obviously you need to compensate both. Obviously you need to compensate both. If you spend more time on the part one, you rarely will get time to focus on this. Okay, very simple examination. In the examination, you have part one and part two. Part one is for 50 marks. Part two is for 50 marks. But mainly part two is important because part two, if you answer wrong, every wrong answer will have a negative mark. So what you will do? If you focus on the first part for the 2 hours and the last 1 hour, if you spend on this, there is always a likely chance that you will make mistakes because your main objective is to complete the job, complete the exams in 3 hours. So you start doing all the random guesses, everything you fail to do. But if I was a person given, I try to minimize the part one questions. I'll try to answer only 30 questions, but I'll spend more time on part two. And that's what I'm trying to focus. You spend minimum time in the reporting and maximum time in the understanding. And for that, you cannot simply go and do it in your Excel sheets or Word document. What you have to really do is try to convert your data into visualization. Your visualization plays a major role here, right? It is actually ability to observe the informations, improve your insights, and make decision faster. That make decision faster is nothing but the second part. So minimize your efforts here, right? And it will help you to target the right audience. So I got to know, right? 55% are actually aged people. So it makes me to come up with a decision. It will help me to target, correct? And that's what we do as part of the visualization. Now coming back to the step number 1 again, which visualization tool we are going to do, and that will be Power BI. That will be Power BI. Now, Power BI is a tool which is going to convert your data into your insights. Okay, but your Power BI, does it only good for analyzing the data? Well, there is another thing also we can talk about, that data cleaning. Imagine this is a table that we got and I want in this type of visuals, and there is a slight problem here because it is considering this as two different, it is considering as 3 different countries. So you can see that there are 3 different blocks. Okay, doesn't mean that always a visualization will be like converting data into graphs. Don't think in that way. Visualization is always also keeping that in a mind that data is clean. So this type of graphs, who can understand? Maybe you can argue with me that from a table you have converted into a column chart, but this is useless. Why? Because I can see that the US and USA has been considered as 2 different countries. This type of things is highly impossible to go and visualize. So what I would have done, I would have first converted into a transformation data, or I would have done a bit of data cleaning. And from this, I would have got to know that the maximum sales is coming from US. All the USA, all this 4, I've named with a common name US, and UK U.K and UK I've named as UK. Now this gives me only 2 records. With that, I was able to sum up all the sales and sum up super properties, and I was able to do, well, this is nothing but my data cleaning. So coming back to this again, Power BI is not only for analyzing the data, it is also for visualizing and for data cleaning. This is also for data cleaning. Well, finally, we are into the one tool which will help us to do all the required steps. Are we good? Is everyone on the same page? To minimize your analyzing the data and try to focus more on ideas. So that is where there is a tool which is going to help us. Without even writing a single line of coding, I was able to come up with the reports. And that report, that BI report, not only helps us in only reporting, it also can help us in data cleaning and data visualizations. And that's how we are going to solve this. Okay, so as an introductory class, we'll stop here. We'll continue tomorrow. We'll talk more on the data cleaning, how data is important. And in tomorrow's session, we'll also focus on why we have chosen Power BI, why we have not chosen any other tool. And then we will go with the installation of Power BI to start with our reporting. Okay, so we'll stop here. We'll continue tomorrow.